Okay, so welcome everyone that's in the room, the Zoom room with us tonight, and also to those that will be watching the replay. This is our March 7th Zoom meeting. So we're going to ask you to please hold your questions till the end, and we will then unmute everyone and go into question and answer once we end the recording. So welcome from your Avon Advisors, team leaders. We're so happy to see you guys join us. Let's start out with some recognition tonight. We have recognition for campaigns 5 and 6. And again, for those of you that are new on the call, I want to just clarify again, I put myself on this sales recognition report only to show you what I'm doing, that I'm doing the same thing I'm, encouraging all of you to do. So we'll start with campaign 5 sales. And number 1 in campaign 5 was Becky McGuire with $865. Yay. Then it follows with Kim Williams, Bobby Dean, Suzanne Schumann, Florence Carnival, Roger, Melissa, Melinda, Kim, and Julie. So congratulations, our campaign 5 top 10. Good job. Now we'll move into campaign 6. Campaign 6 top 10. And we have Becky McGuire at the very top with $824. Then we have Kim, Melissa, Vanessa, Bobby, Teresa, Roger, Kiara, Amanda, and Melinda. So congratulations, campaign 6 sales. Keep up, Sharon Avon. Now, this is Pathway to Premier Achievements, and these two have completed their 8 campaigns as of campaign 6. And that is Teresa and Sheila. Sorry about that. And Teresa has earned $70 in bonuses. Sheila has earned $20. So we will go into the next slide to tell you exactly what I'm talking about. For those of you that are new, what is the Pathway to Premier? Well, this is for new representatives to help them earn bonuses in their first 16 weeks, which is like 8 campaigns. But I want to explain too that this starts with the very first campaign that you sign up in. So that's why we encourage you, when you get started, when you sign up, to right away start sharing your online store, start sharing with everyone you know, to build your sales to $200 or more, and you start earning bonuses and could potentially earn as much as $3,300 in 16 weeks. So anybody that's qualifying in that area, you got more questions, you just contact us and we will help you in whatever way we can. So the next slide is going to be talking about the levels of sales. And the levels of sales are contender, of when your sales are $40 or more, that's when you start earning with in the beauty jewelry category of 25%, the fashion and home of 20%. When you get your sales in a year's time up to $5,000 annual sales, you become a premier. You give yourself a raise. As you can see, your beauty and your jewelry sales earnings go up to 30%. Your fashion and home will stay at 20%. Then when you get into the President's Club level, the annual sales are $10,000, Honor Society $20,000, Rose $35,000, David McConnell $65,000, President's Council $110,000, and that's in a 1 year cycle. So our cycle began in 2022 of campaign 22 and it run through then it'll run through for earning the cycle through campaign 21 of 2022. Okay. But if you earn after that before campaign 2 of 2023, it will still count in that 1 year cycle. I know that's kind of confusing, but we can talk more about that. So next slide, we go into kind of what I was just trying to explain. And so you can always take a picture of that and ask if you've got questions. The next slide, we're going to move into the Avon anniversaries in March. Avon anniversaries in March. Let's see. Who do we have on the call? Florence, you had your anniversary on the 5th. Congratulations. Oh, okay, 5 years. Sorry, in March. I don't know. I'm not reading things right tonight. Sorry. And Melissa Rhodes, 1 year in March, and she's got some recognition we're going to talk about in a little bit. So congratulations, Melissa. Who else am I missing? Birthdays in March. Okay, that's what I was thinking of. Birthdays in March. So we have just scanning through them here, see who's on the call. But we want to wish everybody in our team a happy birthday in March. Next slide goes into team building. And team building from February 4th to March 4th. Darwin and I had one, Kim Williams had one, and Becky had one. So congratulations for team building. Next slide is we have a title advancement that we want to recognize, and that was Melissa Rhodes, reached Bronze Ambassador. Great job, Melissa. Keep going. You're on the good track. Next slide. Next slide talks about what these different levels are that I just said, Bronze Ambassador. Well, if you look down on the left side, you'll see promoter is if you have brought in one team member, okay, and you have a personal order of $50 and they have their order in that same campaign. Your sponsoring bonus is going to be 3%. Same way with the star promoter. The only thing changes is you have 2 orders per campaign from your team, no matter how many are in your team, 2 orders for that campaign, and you qualify for the sponsoring bonus, and you also qualify for the Generation 1 3% bonus. As an ambassador, with a bronze ambassador like Melissa did, her personal sales need to be $200. She needs to have 3 orders every campaign from her first generation, and the total team sales needs to be 1,000 or more. Now, obviously, you need more than 3 people in your team to reach 1,000 or more. So you should probably say times 5 or times 10 to get to that level. But as you can see, her earnings now, she gets the 3% sponsoring bonus. She gets 3% for her Generation 1, and she gets 3% for her Generation 2. And when I say Generation 1 and Generation 2, let me just kind of explain. So the Generation 1 is the people that you brought into Avon and they are directly under you. The Generation 2 is that person that you brought into Avon. They brought someone into Avon. And so that person, that new person, would be your Generation 2. Okay. So then as Silver Ambassador, which will be Melissa's next thing she's shooting for, again, her personal sales, $200 or more. She qualifies there. 6 Gen 1 orders and $2,000 in team sales. Then she will get the 3% sponsoring bonus, the 4% in her first generation, and 3% in the second generation. Now, the gold ambassador is the next level. You can see on the left side there, it's $200 personal sales again. You need 9 first generation orders with your team sales of being 4,000 per campaign. You'll have the 3% sponsoring bonus, the 5%, you give yourself a raise on that leadership bonus of 5% in your first generation, 3% in your second generation, and 2% in your third generation. Then the next category is leader, and you make bronze leader. Again, your personal sales, $200 or more, but you need 10 or more orders, and your total team sales needs to be 8,500. With your sponsoring bonus, you'll get 3% as above. You'll get a 6.5% for generation 1, a 3% for generation 2, and a 2% for generation 3. Then silver leader is again $200 personal. The order count stays the same of your first generation, 10 or more orders, but your total team sales needs to be 13,000 per campaign. And that does include your own personal sales as well. Then the sponsorship is going to be 3%, but again, you give yourself a whole percentage increase in the first generation of 7.5%. The second generation is 3%. The third generation is a 2%. Plus you get another 3% for a leadership bonus. Then the gold leader is $200 personal sales. Again, it's 10 first generation orders, but again, the amount of total team sales goes up to 21,000. With your 3% sponsoring, again, you're giving yourself a raise on your first generation of 8%. Your second gen is 3%, your third gen is 2%, but then see, you get the 3% on your leadership first gen, and you get an extra 2% on the leadership bonus for even your second gen leaders. Now, this does go up into executive level with the same bronze, silver, and gold categories. So I'm waiting for the opportunity that we have to redo this slide so we can show our team members as they reach that executive level. So again, sign up someone for your team, have them just go to your online store. So use your URL. You can still use the youravon.com / and then your link, whatever that is. Like mine is my first initial last name. So just have them tap on become a representative, and then they fill in the information. And as long as they've gone through your online store, they get placed in your team. So next is the slide telling you about the three options to get started. And of course, it's still 0. It may change tomorrow. I don't know, but right now it's still 0. You can make a $5 donation or more to American Cancer Society for the Breast Cancer Crusade and get started for $5. But the key thing is option number 3, where you get the kit for, you only sign up for $30. You get the kit with all those full-size products. You get books and you get samples, and all of that collection is only $30 to get started, and it's really $166 value. So the next slide has changed a little bit, and this is the reward when your team member puts in their first order of $60 or more. They're going to get a free gift. Now, from what I'm hearing, they get an email telling them what code to use for this free gift. This was all in the buzz today, so it was news to me, but I'm glad we saw it so we could give you the updated information. And then with their $60 order, they have $10 credit to use on their second order. So that's why, and plus you want them to have a $60 order so that they're in the earning side of, you know, having their first order. Whereas if their order was only $20, the 25% doesn't kick in. So this is why we promote that they come on board and start working with this for their, you know, gift, as well as the $10 credit, but they're also in the pathway to Premier with their first order. So then that clock starts as well. So next slide is talking about what's coming up this week. On the 10th is our Avon Live. And there was a training today on that. And I want to just share with you guys on this a little bit of something that I learned today on that live, because it was different than the last one. They said that the average online order is about $75. But when it's an order from the live that Avon has been doing, then the average order for that customer that you bring into the Avon Live and they're at your online store shopping goes up to $147. So now this is the link right here in the middle where it says share the event link. Now, as you can see on the end, my code is in there. Okay, so my first initial last name. After that equal sign, you would put in whatever your reference code is. And that's how you share this link for them to go do their RSVP for this skincare one that's coming up on March 10th. It's at 8 o'clock Eastern time. So that would mean 7 o'clock Central time and backwards, you know, if you're in Mountain time or Pacific time. But this is important that you talk to your customers, you talk to your friends, you can send this link to them. But Avon is doing this because they said today that there's over $400 billion that's being earned with live presentation. $400 billion of sales. And Avon has committed to be helping us with this for the next few years. So this is something that, again, is a tool that Avon is giving you to be able to share with your customers. And they did tell us what was going to be in the bundles with a $60 order. And they also told us what was going to be in the bundle with a $100 order. With the $100 order, their freebies value at $175. So that's another thing to tell them, that they get these offers, plus they do 5 $100 sweepstakes drawings for those that have registered for this event. So your customer could get $100 to spend with you if they register for this event. Now, there is a lot more in that training for how to invite your customers, how to share it, all of that. Go into the training that was this afternoon, I believe at like 4 o'clock Central time. Go back in, and I mean, I took like 4 pages of notes. So you want to definitely go back in and let this be one of the tools that you're using to get customers to go to these shopping events, because that's going to give you more earnings. Okay, enough of that. The next slide is there's more free training for new representatives at the avon.com site. And the next one that's coming up is Wednesday, March 9th, 7 o'clock Eastern time. So you want to go into the calendar, and we will, I believe the next slide tells you how to get into the calendar. So you want to make sure that you go into the calendar and register yourself for these events that Avon is doing for you, either a new representative or an established representative. They've got all kinds of training. I try to get in as many as I can. And if you register, then you can always check with the replay. So the next slide goes into the calendar. Yeah, so this is kind of what the calendar looks like. To get to that calendar, you go into avon.com. Okay, then you would make sure that you sign in with your account number and password, and then you click on Manage Business. And if you're doing it on your phone, you need to use the 3 bars on the top left side, I believe they are, Manage Business, Marketing, and then Calendar. Now today, you should check your email. You should have got an Avon Buzz today, which gave you some more information about the live that's on the 10th, but they're also going to have on the 16th of March, and it's not even on this calendar yet, but it was in your buzz. The 16th of March will be another A-list that will be training on products in the current campaign and the future campaigns. So you want to check out this calendar, because you don't want to be left behind when Avon brings in all these new products and you don't know about them. That's going to be, knowledge is power. I've said that all the time. So knowledge is power. Next slide. You should all know about the partnership with Avon and LG, and we now have a partner store. So it's going to be, if you need some appliances or electronics, LG is giving you a nice discount on these things. People that have bought things, appliances and that, are like saving over $500. So this is something you want to go check out, and it's all at avon.com. You want to just go into that site, and there's so many nuggets of information there. The next slide, we're going to get into our incentives. And I don't know, I think Kim Williams is on the call. I think I let her in the room, but she just earned a $50 cash reward from Avon for meeting the qualifications of the all-in incentive, eligible bronze ambassadors and above as of campaign 26. So this was something that they kind of brought out after the first of the year, but they told you that this activity was for campaign 1 through campaign 5. And she got 100% of her order in her team. And she's got a $50 cash reward coming. I don't know if she's gotten that into her account yet or not, but you want to look for that, Kim. The next incentive, of course, is the one that we all should know about, is Avon's destination, Avon 2022, which is going to Cancun for all representatives. And you can earn this incentive with your team sales or with your personal sales. And everybody qualifies. Everybody qualifies. So the next slide goes into more about this incentive. And what is the qualification for a trip for PRP members, for contenders and premier level, and for new representatives. So you need to see what your total sales are right now. This goes through campaign 26, but don't wait till campaign 26 and then try to achieve this award. You need to be breaking these down by campaign on what your total is that you need for a trip for 1 or 2, and divide that by the number of campaigns we have left. We're into campaign 7 now. So you would go 7 to 26. And if you've got questions about this, you know, you can text me, email me, whatever. Okay, the next part goes into for team sales, for non-leaders, promoters, ambassadors, how you can earn this incentive by your team sales, increasing your team sales. And then there's another category for leaders that are bronze, silver, gold leaders, okay? And so they broke it down and it is achievable. It is achievable. Next slide goes into, we have broke it down for the tracking for you to earn this incentive. And it looks like Kiara is the #1 there. And it tells you in the green column how much you want to shoot for per day to earn this incentive. Okay, so this is for your personal sales, this one. And if you want the trip for 2, the second column on the right shows what you need to earn. These trips that Avon gives are just like, you know, something that you don't want to let go by. I mean, we have been to, I've been to Bermuda on a cruise. I've been to Cabo on Avon. We've both been to the Bahamas on Avon. We were just last year at the end of the year, they did the Punta Cana because it had to be postponed because of COVID. They just did that. So my husband and I both went there. And in, I want to say it's 15 or 16 days, if Mary is on, she would probably have the days. And we'll be flying to Hawaii. We earned it for 1, but we bought Darwin in because the opportunity of us ever getting a trip to the to Hawaii is, you know, it's on my bucket list. It just wouldn't happen. Same way with this Cancun trip. I mean, you know, it's just a trip that you don't want to let pass by. Okay, I could carry on all night about this, but I'm gonna go to the next slide. And the next slide, we broke it down for team sales and what is needed for your team sales to achieve this trip. Now, you could earn this trip by team sales for 1 trip, and you could earn personal sales for 1 trip, and you would be able to take 2 people. You would go with, you know, your significant other or whatever. Okay, so this is all build up, that this is something that's got to be manned every campaign. So the next slide, we have created a new incentive for all of you. And I did get this, parts of this incentive from another team leader that was doing it in a different way. I kind of reworked it. But what it is you increase your sales each campaign. $60 or more is the first pot of gold, from what you did in campaign 6 to what you do in campaign 7. And then it's also going to qualify for campaign 8 as well. So that will be what you do in 7 and what you do in 8. Then you will go into a drawing for the first pot of gold of $60 of an increase to $149 increase. But there's a bonus. You schedule a one-on-one session with me or with your advisor, your leader, and you get entered into the big gift. And that's by scheduling and doing a one-on-one with your leader. Now, leaders, we can have a little discussion on how you're gonna do this one-on-one, but it's all about supporting them. And so supporting your team members. So grow for the gold and reach the rainbow of gold. We all know it's St. Patrick's Day in March. So this is kind of how this went. I also want to show you The level for earning increase of 150 to 399 is the pot of gold on the right side of the flyer for samples. Then increasing your sales from $400 to $999 is the bottom left corner. And then if you increase your sales in those two campaigns, campaign 7 that we're on right now and campaign 8, of $1,000 or more, and you don't go into a drawing, you get a $25 gift card from us. So there will be 2 drawings per sales level, which is contender or premier and above, premier PC and above. So this is what this meeting is all about. I'm giving you all kinds of nuggets to help you earn in this incentive that we have put together for you, our team members. Doesn't matter if you're in our first, second, or third generation, you would qualify, okay? After our third generation, then that's going to be up to the team leader, that because we only go down 3 generations. So just, we can explain that further too. Let's go on to the next slide. And this is coming up on Friday, that we are going to find out where Avon is going to have their next convention. The conventions that Avon puts on are just amazing. I have not missed a single convention in our, next month will be 39 years with Avon. So mark your calendars for Friday, March 11th at noon Eastern time, and be on when Michael Senjak and Jason Siglera, I think that's how they pronounce it, as they go live on Avon USA representative page to reveal where the convention is going to be, how much the convention will cost you. I am almost positive there will be an incentive to earn that convention free, whether or not it's your hotel, it's the registration for the incentive, or what that incentive is going to be. I don't know. They're not sharing with me. But anyway, you want to go to your calendar and register for that today, tonight, or tomorrow, so that you get a notification that March 11th, you want to hear where that's going to be. There's guesses. We were supposed to go to San Antonio when we had the pandemic, and that got canceled. So we're thinking that might be San Antonio. People are also saying that they think it's Boston because they're talking about spilling the tea. But that's just a slogan kind of thing that's going on. But the convention you want to attend, do whatever you can to attend. It's just so exciting. Anyway, okay, next slides is upcoming important dates. Okay, so I give you campaign 7 due dates. I give you campaign 8, campaign 9, campaign 10. The key thing is to remember, order brochures 2 campaigns out. So in campaign 7, you will be ordering your campaign 9 brochures, as well as looking in the what's new for campaign 9. If you don't have campaign 8 books, if they're still available, you'll be able to do that. But the key thing is get those samples, get those demos, get those brochures, so that you can earn all these incentives. That's what it's all about, giving you tools to earn these incentives. Next slide is campaign priorities. And they do that by sharing with you support tools, how to start a conversation, all of this for each campaign. So this is all at avon.com. You've got questions about finding it, we can go over that. But again, Avon is giving you so many tools at avon.com. Okay, the next slide is going into our brand new product line that Avon has online right now. The reason it's online only, because I think it was like a short notice introduction to getting this arrangement with this Arctic Fox, which people that buy color for their hair know about this Arctic Fox brand. So it's a popular brand. And the key thing is what they are doing with that is Arctic Fox will donate 15% of its net profits to charity to help prevent animal cruelty and promote animal welfare. Okay, so this is kind of exciting because there is like 10 colors of hair color that's offered, and you can go online and find it. And I think it's only $16.99 a bottle. And someone compared it to a drugstore, and their bottle was half the price. And I think their bottle was $12.99, was half the size. It was $12.99 for like, instead of I believe, but anyway, next is Roger has experienced this color, and he is going to unmute himself if he's done walking the dog and
Yep,
can share with us about his color experience.
Yep, I done walking my dog. Sorry, we're on a timing, a schedule for walks. But yes, I have used the Arctic Fox already, and you know what? My customers already know I'm going to have so much fun with this. It's ridiculous. I mean, I never thought that I would have to do my hair anything other. Now, I had posted a picture of my hair done in the aquamarine, this one here. And so, yeah, as you can see, they are bigger bottles. But you see already, I've already washed my hair 3 times because what it does, it fades each time you wash your hair. So believe it or not, I don't know if you can tell, my hair is not Arctic, is not the aquamarine anymore as of yesterday. My hair is now periwinkle. So yeah, I'm having a little fun with these colors. You know, periwinkle, I thought it goes on darker than what you're seeing. Okay, but it goes on darker. Now, what I'm not used to is not having to mix anything up for these at all. That's a big selling point. And then with other hair colors, you have to, whatever you don't use, you throw it out, you know, because you can't keep it. These, you just close the cap and you keep it for like touch-ups or whatever you need, you know. But you see, I got 4 more colors coming because I've got 6 of the 10 colors right now. And the other 4 are going to be here Wednesday, and there's going to be another big reveal because this time I'm going to show up what I'm telling people is that they're going to be able to mix the colors for, you know, so one of the colors that's coming on my order is going to be mixed with one of these colors for an interesting hair color, you know. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. What's neat about these are vegan. You know, these are vegan. They're safe for the hair because I've already used 2 different colors within a matter of 2 weeks, and none of my hair is falling out. Okay, so these colors are really cool. Plus, I'm going to show you. This is what's called Money Honey, and this is like a hair repair serum. You put that on right after you color your hair. And then also every day that you're not washing your hair, you put this on still, you know, because it helps maintain the color longer because it's a recovery serum. And you got a choice for this one. This is Pool Party. And you have a choice when you use this, where it states it right on the bottle. You could use it as a pre-shampoo hair mask, or you could use it as a conditioner, still as a hair mask, but you put it in your hair like you would conditioner and let it sit while you finish washing the rest of you off and rinse it out. These are all really neat. My hair had this sheen that going across my hair that I did not see before. And I was like, oh, wow, that was different. And what makes all this funny is Dawn's like, well, now that you buzzed your hair, you're not going to be able to show any more hair products. And I'm like, wow. And then Arctic Fox comes along. And what Dawn was mentioning, the animal cruelty, it shows got the little tiny bunny rabbit right there on the bottle that shows that it's that it is cruelty-free and vegan. And what's neat, right across the bottom of the bottle, on the bottom, right here in this very last sentence on the bottle, comes up and says, it says 15% of donated, 15% to donated to prevent animal cruelty. For details, arcticboxhaircolor.com. So it says it right on the bottle as well. And that's could be the biggest selling point, besides the fact that you don't pre-mix anything. These are thick. You actually apply them with a brush. Now, you see, I don't have a brush, the type of brush to apply these with, so I had to make do until I get one. So don't laugh, but I tell you that I actually use, I have a edger paint brush that I use. So it's pretty funny. So yeah, and my hair is really soft. You know, I like it soft. That shine that you get from the honey money after using it, like I said, it's not like I've ever seen. But yeah, I'm gonna have fun with these colors because they are saved. I've already been raked over the coals by a customer because she had all kinds of questions before I knew about this, and so I had to look up her answers and got an order out of her. So it's going to be on her, my first order of it from somebody else other than me. So now 25% of that amount is going to a fundraiser that I'm doing right now for the Humane Society, which is 25%. Since I'm a President's Club, I get 40% earnings. So 25% of that 40% is going to be kept put aside until I've done my fundraiser. And then that money is going to be taken to Walmart or somewhere after I call the Humane Society and see what kind of supplies they need the most of. And then that money is going to buy as much of it as they can. And then what's left, they can give it to them as cash. Now, see, the main reason that they don't know why I'm doing this fundraiser, but the main part about it is when somebody comes in and donates food or any type of donations, they ask you ever so nicely to sit down on a bench right there by the door so that they can put all the donated items around you and take a picture so it could go on their Facebook page. So that puts me and Avon right on their Facebook page. And believe it or not, that's actually the biggest reason why I'm doing the fundraiser.
Yeah. So see how you can turn something like this into something even bigger with your Avon business. So thank you, Roger. Has anyone else on this call tried this color product yet? No? Okay. All right.
Wow,
well,
you guys got to do it. It's fun. It is just, like I said, I didn't think I would do it, but I did it, because I have to do things to stand out, so. And
yeah.
I am getting looks from people when they're driving along the highway, me and Achilles is walking, and they see a guy with different colored facial hair. That I do get looks. So,
Well, it's an attention getter, and then you can work right into your Avon business. So,
well, you guys see in Geneseo, you don't see guys with hair color like this. So I'm really standing out right now, which is a good thing.
Yeah.
Hey, Roger.
Yes.
Are you going to go green for St. Patrick's Day?
I'm not. I'm mixing the color. I'm not telling you. I'm not telling anybody what it is. But it can't happen until my order arrives because the other 4 colors are coming on the order. So.
Okay. Yeah, well, let's move on now because I want to keep this to an hour. Okay. So the next thing that I'm telling you about is our campaign 7 and some key products there that are listed in this this product guide that is all available to all of you guys at Avon U. So that's why I pulled this information. So, are you sharing online with your customers to shop campaign 7 until Monday, March 14th? You want to keep them excited about new things that Avon's got. The next campaign is campaign 8, And again, that's talking about, you know, the FMG Glimmers, Travel, and Wow, and all the products that Avon is suggesting and how you can introduce these to your customers. All that information is right there, and you can pick the products that are going to be, you know, the key things that you're going to work on. The focus on one or two products every campaign and make sure everybody knows about it. And that's how you really, really work your business. Now, we have another testimonial next on some products from campaign 8. So we will go back to our screen and Becky McGuire is going to share. If you unmute yourself, Becky. There you go. Thank you. Okay.
The first one was, now I already forgot the name of it, but this, it's lavender. Like, I think it looks white on the,
It's a
screen.
lace trim. I think the lace,
Yeah, the
lace
lace,
detail.
and this is kind of ribbed, but it's a really pretty lavender color, even though it looks kind of whitish on the screen there.
Yeah.
And then, I think they're pretty true to size. This is, you know, I ordered what I usually do, and it fits okay. So,
Good.
and then a couple of the other things I have are the delicate violet cocktail ring,
Mm-hmm.
and that's pretty. And then I wore the necklace as well. I don't know how well you can see it.
Yeah.
I
Those are
mean,
beautiful.
purple, any shade of purple is my favorite color. And so I'm loving all this stuff right now. So
Mhm. Great. Thank you for sharing, Becky. That's terrific. So let's go back to the PowerPoint and go into our campaign 9 detail, and that's March 30th to April 12th. And this is about this new Faraway Bali fragrance. And so whether or not you're going to pick this fragrance to be something that you're going to focus on, they also are pointing out that they've got 10 new shades and samples of the satin lip. And so that's something to also keep your eye on because everybody loves those bullets. And then go into the next slide because I'm going to focus a little bit more on what is offered here in the what's new. With 2 purchases of this new Faraway Bali fragrance, you get a free purchase, a gift of the Haku Parfum. But wait, I mean, there's more in your what's new to talk about on what is the you know, the different levels of scent that you get from it and all of that. But go to the next slide because I think this one is amazing in this build sensational business builder. Hard to get that one out. But look at this. You get all 3 of these fragrances on the left side, and you look down there and you see that if you're a contender, you pay $50 for this package, this business builder. As a PRP, you're only paying $40.18 with award sales of $66.97. And remember, those award sales help you get to Cancun. You get these 3 bottles for that $40.18. Plus, you get free 3 bottles of Haku and our famous clinical Eye Lift Pro. And you also get some vials on the card samples of a Faraway. So this value is unbelievable, kind of, to be able to have these products to maybe put on a cotton ball and put in a little snack size Ziploc whatever you want. You can put it on a piece of cardstock and stick a little strip in a baggie and share these things with your customers to show them if what fragrance might be right for them. If you look in your what's new, you will have the whole guide of what kind of scent all of these fragrances are. I do know that the Haku Parfum is like your clean scent. And so, find out from your customers, what is their favorite scent? What do they look for in a fragrance? And look at, you have 4 different fragrances and it's only costing you $40.18. Plus you get the eye cream and some samples of some other far away. So I think this offer is something that you don't want to miss in your What's New campaign 9. Okay, next, some other tools, again, tools that I am helping you as we move into the second quarter of selling, which starts in campaign 8, to fill out what are your goals for the second quarter. My dream is to make my dream come true, I need to earn how much? And my business goals for the quarter are 1 through 6. Okay, now I am giving you ideas here. Selling in seconds, number 1 through number 6. So these things, these tools, you can either take a picture of the screen, or you can go find this whole booklet that is in Avon U, and I can give you the name of it. I think it's called Product something, but I can post it. Anyway, how to start the conversation, how to create active listening, the pitch, what will you say, engaging to add more sales with your link selling, cross-selling, upselling, and dealing with the objections. Now you're going to have objections. So how are you going to overcome that with your customer? And then closing the sale, which is the important part of the whole selling technique, is closing the sale. So I gave you these 6 steps, like I said, from this second quarter booklet that's in Avon U. There's more tools in that booklet, but I felt, you know what? I'm giving you an incentive. I'm not just going to throw it at you and then you got to decide how you're going to achieve that. I'm giving you tools to help you achieve that. And that's what it's all about. Now, the next slide is all about another form of free training that is happening tonight. So click to the next slide for me. And I shared this with all of you, but if you're not familiar with what this is, DSWA is Direct Sellers World Alliance. And this is a Nikki Keoho. She has, I think, once a month, if not once a month, once every couple months, free training that she is offering to anyone. You don't have to be a member of her DSWA. I am, but you know what? Let me tell you a little bit about, you help someone else and they're going to help you. When we go to Hawaii, okay, we're going to go to the Big Island with Avon taking us there. After we get done with the 4 days, 5 days, 4 nights, that Avon is paying for, at that, we are going to, it's only, I think, $60, $70. We're going to fly over to Nikki's Island, and that is Honolulu. And one of the days we're going to be there free with Darwin's Hilton points. She is going to come and pick me up and Darwin, and going to drive us around her island. Now, I didn't expect her to do that at all. What she said when she heard that I was going to the Big Island, she goes, is there any chance you can get to our island? I'll show you around. So we worked on trying to make that work out. Avon's flying us back. Doesn't matter which island we're flying back from, as long as it's not costing Avon any more than what it would to fly in and out of the same island. And, so I have always shared whatever Nikki has put out there with other Avon reps and with the team. But you know what? She knows that. She knows that I do what I can to support her business. And what is she doing for me? But she's turning around and giving me a whole day on her island that she is going to show us around. And if we were to rent a car or get, on a tour bus or something, it would have cost us money. But we are so honored that, this person that is, the owner of, a DSWA group is offering this free training on how do you speak to other people, whether it's customers or even family. She's going to teach you how to identify the different personality profiles. So that's tonight at 8:00 Central Time, 9:00 Eastern Time. So if you can go into this by just going into dswa.com/events and register for that, when we get done with this, you get free training. So I wanted to share that with you tonight to give you this opportunity. So let's move on. We've got some words of inspiration for you, and I will read them. When you focus on possibilities, you have more opportunities. The one in the middle is never forget you are special. And all of you are special. And I will be sharing as much of Hawaii as I can with all of you. The other one is make your timeline count, grow, evolve, and experience life to its fullest. That is what we always try to do. We try to share as much as we can with you team members. And that is the end of our presentation. I want to thank all of you for coming on, but stay on if you're present in this Zoom. We will do question and answers, but I want to thank those of you that took the time to watch this replay. And if you've got any questions, of course, you can contact me and I will answer any questions. So now we're going to go back to our screen and I'm going to say goodbye to everyone that's watching the recording, and thanks so much. Bye-bye, and stay on, everyone that wants to chat a little bit.